Jason, right now, Mitch McConnell is more than just a majority leader who is worried about where where the caucus is. He's got to worry about his own race. You look at Martha McSally, who's in a lot of trouble politically. You look at Cory Gardner in Colorado, in a lot of trouble politically. Joni Ernst in Iowa is going to have a tougher race than a lot of people expected. She's probably in trouble in Iowa if the trends keep moving the way they are. Susan Collins in Maine in big trouble. Even Sonny, even if you look at what's happening in Georgia, you have Ossoff doing much better than expected. And then just yesterday in North Carolina, this poll came out on Tom Tillis, and Tom Tillis is getting beaten by 9 points in North Carolina. They can still, the Deep South, he's losing 48-39 to Cunningham. And then Donald Trump also in that state, in a state that has gone Republican every year except 2008 for, my gosh, how long? Probably 45, 50 years. Donald Trump still losing, this time by 5 points to Joe Biden in North Carolina. It seems to me 4 points, I'm sorry. It seems to me the Republicans are just sitting on their hands, not doing anything about voting, not doing anything about economic relief for working class and middle class Americans in states like Arizona, Colorado, Maine, North Carolina. Can Mitch McConnell and the Republicans really just sit back and let Donald Trump rig the election and let Donald Trump, try to rig the election and let Donald Trump basically tell millions of Americans, say of them, let them eat cake? Because that's where Donald Trump and the Republican Party is right now.
Yeah, Joe, the real challenge is if you look at some of the biggest sticking points to the Republicans coming up with a plan to help these vulnerable senators, it's Tom Cotton, Rand Paul, and Ted Cruz. Oh, the guys who want to run in 2024. Right? The safe Republicans who think that, hey, Donald Trump may be out of here and I want to set myself up to be one of the new leaders of the party, they're also the people who are standing in the way of creating the kind of relief that would help Susan Collins, that would help Tom Tillis, that would help Martha McSally, that would help Joni Ernst. So that's the real difficulty. This is not just ideological. These people are planning and scheming for the future. The other issue is this, as we've talked about earlier. Look, even if magically some relief is developed, and I think at some point they will, because, look, usually the Republicans are in a position of strength. If we've seen DACA negotiations and things in the past, they're like, well, eventually the Democrats will cave because they're worried that their constituents will get mad at them. Well, that's not the case anymore. What you've got now is Democrats are fairly united in saying, and independents are united in saying, I don't like the job that Donald Trump is doing. The Republicans are in the very vulnerable position of having to defend what the president is doing, and they don't know how to come up with a valuable plan. It's not just that we have the Susan Collins of the world and the Cory Gardners of the world. The Democratic field of locations that they are now competitive in is much bigger than it was even 6 weeks, 2 months ago. We didn't think Tom Tillis was going to be in that much trouble. And I really don't think Mitch McConnell realizes how tenuous his position of power is. And that's the other reason why everybody's sort of scrambling for the doors.
Coming up, new concerns that President Trump is undercutting the U.S. Postal Service before November's vote. Those details next on Morning Joe.